Pokemon is a huge multi-billion-dollar phenomenon that has amassed all sorts of games, movies, TV shows, and merchandise over the course of the last 20 years. Specifically, there are over 700 Pokemon that have been created from the franchise's 61 total games. Being that there have been so many Pokemon developed, there are bound to be a few Pokéduds out of the bunch. The idea of creating over 700 unique creatures is a huge undertaking, and alas, there are a few questionable Pokemon that have come out over the years. Hey there, my name's GeekDad, and in celebration of the release of Niantic and Pokemon Company's wildly successful mobile game, Pokemon Go, I've decided to compile a list of some of the more lackluster Pokemon creations over the years. So, without further ado, let's go! This is the top 10 worst Pokemon designs. Number 10, Mr. Mime. Number 10 is one of the most perplexing Pokemon creations from the early games. Most Pokemon are creatures based upon some sort of animal counterpart in the real world. Enter Mr. Mime. Not only is he overall creepy and more clown than Mime, but he's also a person. Tall, lanky, sporting a Bozo the Clown haircut, this guy's something else. Some declared that Mr. Mime isn't even a real Pokemon. Whether or not he is or he isn't is objective. However, it would be interesting to know what the person who developed Mr. Mime was thinking. Number 9, Jinx. Much like Mr. Mime at number 10, Jinx is more of a humanoid character than most other Pokemon, and honestly, she looks pretty freaking ridiculous. General aesthetics aside, there's been a bit of controversy surrounding this Pokemon. It seems Jinx bears striking resemblance to many racially driven stereotypes from the past. This sparked the game's developers to change Jinx's skin tone from black to purple for international releases of Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Regardless of the controversy, Jinx is one of the worst Pokemon designs I've ever seen. Creepy, 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 and that's a fact. Number 8, Muck. Muck, Muck, Muck. What's there to say? He's a blob. A simple blob of goo. Cranking out Pokemon is tough, but globs of goop are played out as it gets. Even this Pokemon's evolved form is just a little scarier screaming splat. Muck is one of the worst Pokemon ever. Number 7, Pineco. Hey, you know what would be really cool? If there was a huge tournament with all sorts of really unique, skilled, and powerful Pokemon. Are you with me? Well, hold on, what if I told you that I too was participating in said hypothetical tournament, and I've got a little surprise up my sleeve. I pull out my Pokeball, throw it out, and out pops a Pinecone. Yep, a Pinecone. Well, not just any Pinecone, a Pinecone with a face, which, of course, is the best kind. I mean, right? So, with that in mind, we have Pineco. Our number 7 worst designed Pokemon. Enough said. Number 6, Rotom. Do you need to do a bit of laundry? Maybe mow the lawn? If you ever needed to get some serious household chores done, then I've got a Pokemon for you. Rotom, like several other Pokemon, has the ability to change forms, which is great, as long as you're in the business of getting some spring cleaning done. Rotom has the limitation of only being able to transform into household objects. His forms include a microwave, a washing machine, a fridge, a fan, and a lawnmower. As far as gimmicks go, this takes Pokemon to a whole new level. Number 5, Provo Pass. Provo Pass is the evolved form of an already sort of ridiculous-looking nose pass, which was basically an Easter Island statue with a gigantic nose. Well, they decided that that premise wasn't as ridiculous as it could be. What Nose Pass needed was a crazy mustache to really crank up the absurdity. Well, regardless, Provo Pass is one of the worst designed Pokemon and holds a firm position at my number 5 spot. Number 4, Luvdisc. Luvdisc is a product of laziness, put together to fill a space in a Pokemon roster. Luvdisc is a filler Pokemon, and it's almost blatant about it. Meant to be a simple Pokemon to be found early in the game, this Pokemon is a heart, and I'm not loving it. And that's about it. Good game. Number 3, Trubbish. Take a look at Trubbish. This hot mess of a Pokemon is exactly what the name implies. It also implies that the designers were all tapped out in terms of ideas for new Pokemon. This little guy is essentially a little trash bag with a face. And let's be honest, that's exactly what Trubbish is. How trashy. Number 2, Vanilish. We are on a roll with all the lazy ideas here. Much like Trubbish at number 3, this Ice-type Pokemon is a happy little ice cream cone with a face. How whimsical, am I right? And luckily, if you evolve this Pokemon, you get traded into a double scoop Sundae cone in the form of Vanilix. Ooh, what a treat. Number 1, Klefki. One of the most recent Pokemon on our list, Klefki tops the cake on our list of poorly designed Pokemon. Why, you might ask? Well, as you can see, Klefki is a set of keys. Yep, when you're in a time crunch and you need to come up with a Pokemon, just look around the room and do a fun wordplay with the first item you see. Pizzolini, I choose you! Klefki tops our list because the level of creativity here seems to be at an all-time low. Okay, so that ends our top 10 list of the worst designed Pokemon. Remember, this is just the opinion of a 30-something dad whose Pokemon days have been over like a decade ago, but I think we can all agree that some of these designs are questionable at best. So this is our first video here on YouTube, so let us know how it went in the comments below. And if you have an additional Pokemon that you think should have been on the top 10 list, please make yourself heard. If you liked the video, please give us a like and subscribe, because we have a lot of really fun things planned in the upcoming weeks, and you won't want to miss out. You just won't. So, thanks a lot. This has been GeekDad, over and out.